Hello everyone, my name is Lindsay Johnson. Thank you for joining me again today for another 7 Senses Therapy quarantine tip. So what we're going to discuss today are ways to help your child when they're experiencing sensory overload, or more commonly known as meltdowns. So sensory overload is when your child's sensory systems are past their threshold. So there's too many lights, it's too bright, there's too many noises. They might be running around in circles repeatedly, running into objects. Basically, their sensory systems are overwhelmed and they're heading into that meltdown stage. So I have some tips here to help you when they're experiencing this. The first one is to help move them to a safe and secure area. An area where there's soft surfaces, there aren't any objects around for them to throw, so maybe their bed or the couch, somewhere that they're gonna be safe and can't hurt themselves or others. Then you're gonna dim or turn off all the lights if you can and decrease the noise level. So you're gonna help them by decreasing the input to their visual and auditory systems. So again, the less visual stimuli and auditory sounds, the better. Then you're gonna move on to helping them with their breathing. And I'm gonna teach you a technique called candle breathing, where we teach children to pretend there's a candle on the tip of their finger. They're holding it, it doesn't burn. And they're gonna slowly breathe in through their nose only, and then exhale out of their mouth as slowly as they can to not blow out the candle. And the purpose of this is to get the most oxygen to their brain as possible, which will help send calming signals to the rest of their body. After we get them to more of an even breathing pattern, they're not doing that hyperventilating breath, then we're ready to move on to the next step, which is number 4, and it's called grounding. And I have a visual here. I'm also gonna have it listed in the description so you can print it at home if you want. Or you can just find it on Google. Just search Google, or just search grounding visual via Google. So you're gonna start with 5 things you can see, and that's around the room. And if your child is having difficulty communicating still with you, you can help them by listing items that you see around the room. Then you're gonna move on to 4 things they can feel. That can be mommy or daddy's shirt, soft carpet, cool tile, things like that. Then you're gonna move on to 3 things you can hear. If you're having trouble, like if you don't have any birds or cars outside, not a lot of outdoor noise, you can tap on your knee for them to hear that, things like that. Then you're gonna move on to number 2, which is things that they can smell. Again, if you don't have anything around that they can smell right now, you can list what are your favorite things to smell. Fresh baked cookies, flowers, things like that. Then you're gonna move on to number 1, which is things you can taste. One thing you can taste. So if they're not at a safe enough point to actually taste anything at this time, then again, you can list what's one of your favorite things to taste. Is it a lollipop? Is it ice cream? Is it chicken nuggets? You know, things like that. After you've completed the grounding steps, you're gonna move on to a sip of water or a snack. So some type of consumable that they can have at this time if they're safe enough. And then after that, you're gonna move on to the actual calming task or a calm down box if you've made one previously, and then they're ready to use these items. My last few tips are to get on your level, to get on your child's level, so to squat or sit down on the floor with them, because towering over them is only gonna heighten their response. And to remember to use a calm voice and try to stay calm yourself, and this too shall pass. So if you have any questions about these tips for sensory overload, or interested in our free 15-minute session or upcoming virtual summer camp, please email us at 7sensestherapy.com. Thank you.